Europe is widely regarded as one of the most expensive continents in the world, and there's plenty of truth to that. Cities like London, Paris, Dublin, and just about any city in Scandinavia are expensive to live, and while salaries are higher, they aren't exactly great cities to move without a job already in place. But if you're thinking of relocating to Europe, there's a significant difference in the cost of living and property prices from one city to another. There are even greater differences when you start comparing countries. So we've gathered 10 of the cheapest big cities to live in Europe, with high standard of living, quality of life, with plenty of culture, great food, and nightlife. Furthermore, all of the cities mentioned in this video are from countries that are part of the Schengen Area. So here are 10 affordable big cities to live in Europe. Number 10. Tallinn, Estonia. Estonia is a rather small country with only 1.3 million inhabitants, with almost a third of them living in the capital city of Tallinn. Tallinn is suddenly on many digital nomads lists, and its infrastructure is expanding rapidly. The city straddles the relatively cheap zone of the former East as well as the insanely expensive zone of Scandinavia, so it's no surprise that prices here are mostly somewhere in between. And with its stunning views and historical architecture, this city offers a lot for its affordable value. Plus, general feedback from foreigners who have spent some time here is that living conditions are similar to those in Western or Northern Europe. The average cost of living in Tallinn is around $1,300 per month, and the median salary is around $2,500, which is enough to cover living expenses for 2 months. Number 9. Ljubljana, Slovenia. Ljubljana is a precious capital with lush hills and a river that flows into the heart of the city. Expats and digital nomads are often surprised at how quickly they get attached to this gem of a city. It's charming, historic, and has a bit of everything that contributes to being one of the best European cities for expats. Despite the medieval architecture, it is modern and has an excellent nightlife. Plus, if you want some beach action, there are always the beaches in Croatia and Italy, which are relatively close to Ljubljana, making this city not only one of the cheapest places to live in Europe, but also close to many hotspots. The average cost of living in Ljubljana is $1,700, and the median salary after tax is $2,300, which is enough to cover living expenses for 1.5 months. Number 8. Dresden, Germany. Most cities in Germany don't fall into the cheap category, particularly when we're talking about regions like Bavaria. Berlin is inexpensive for a capital city, but it's still light years away from the prices that you'll see in Eastern and Southern Europe. However, there's at least one major city in Germany with low prices and a lot to offer, and that's Dresden. It's known for its classic architecture, world-class museums and art galleries, and scenic setting along the Elbe River. The cost of living in Dresden averages 1,600 euros, which is below the national average, while the average monthly salary in the city is around 4,000. Furthermore, the German capital, Berlin, and also the Czech capital, Prague, are only a stone's throw away by train. Number 7. Vilnius, Lithuania. Vilnius, the capital of Lithuania, located in the southeast part of the country, is the second largest city of the Baltic states. Less famous than many of the other European cities, and despite a dynamic and fast-growing economy, Vilnius is still considered one of the most affordable cities to live. Furthermore, it has the largest Baroque old town in Europe, filled with a combination of cobbled alleys, crumbling corners, and hilltop views, all while keeping a village feel to it all. It might not be the first city you think of for living abroad. However, for those that are seeking an affordable European base with great internet for working remotely, access to cheap flights to other nearby countries, and a whole lot of nature everywhere, it is a wonderful option. Number 6. Budapest, Hungary. If you're looking to cut your living costs by even more than half while enjoying European architecture, culture, and food, then Budapest might be your city. The capital of Hungary is an attractive city with a grand opera house, wine bars, and a gorgeous skyline. One-bedroom apartments under $600 per month are relatively easy to find in the city center, even in the prime areas, or you can spend a few hundred more and get twice the space. Public transportation is excellent, and you can get to nearly anywhere else in Europe on a train or direct flight. Moreover, it has plenty of spots to unwind and relax, while it's also offering all the dining and shopping options you might expect from a European capital city. Number 5. Naples, Italy. With its population of 4 million people, Naples is the country's third largest city. Although it suffered greatly during the first decade of this century, the city's economy remains one of the biggest in the country. Furthermore, its hot Mediterranean climate, coastal location, and singular culture, Naples has a lot to offer expats wishing to live somewhere other than Rome. Italians say that if Rome is Italy's heart, then Naples is its soul. Plus, the cost of living in Naples is much lower than in Rome, Milan, and Florence. However, the average monthly salary is also low, resulting in less purchasing power. Number 4. Marseille, France. Marseille might have the same big city appeal as Paris, but the big price tags are mercifully lacking. With a population just shy of 1 million, this is a huge city with more than enough to keep you in thrills and spills. The job opportunities are plentiful, the culture is vibrant, and the chance of you getting bored is next to nil. But keep in mind, some of the suburbs are best avoided, at least if you value your safety, but with a good range of accommodation in the center, you won't have to venture far to find something budget-friendly. Providing you're not to flash with your cash, you can expect to get by on around $1,700 a month. Number 3. Riga, Latvia. Riga is a very charming city with beautiful cobblestone streets, plenty of old buildings, and an abundance of picturesque churches. Especially the old town makes you feel like you landed inside a fairy tale. Moreover, it's a very famous and affordable destination for digital nomads as well. Accommodation and public transport are cheap, and you can find great deals on food and nightlife too. There's a reason that people come from all over Europe to celebrate their stag nights here. According to Expatistan, the cost of living in the city is 46.48% lower than in London, and the biggest savings is rental or property purchase prices, although all aspects of living in this city are low compared to Europe's average. Number 2. Valencia, Spain. Foreigners looking to live in Spain tend to flock to Barcelona or Madrid or one of the more touristy coastal towns. However, Valencia is an excellent alternative for those looking for a balance of big city life, great weather, and affordability. Spain's third largest city is considerably cheaper to live in than Barcelona or Madrid, with rental prices around 50% less. Just like Barcelona, it boasts a coastal location with great beaches in the city and around, and it also has the best climate of the three, with average temperatures of 17 degrees Celsius even during the winter, while the summer heat is more bearable than in the capital. While there are visitors, Valencia is by no means the victim of the same kind of mass tourism which clogs Barcelona's streets at the weekend and through the summer. It's a great option for people looking for a slice of Spanish culture. Number 1. Porto, Portugal. Portugal's second largest metropolis is home to around 1.7 million people in its greater urban area. However, the city itself can still feel quite sleepy, certainly in comparison to Lisbon, and it only really livens up at the weekend. Therefore, it may suit those looking for the benefits of living in a big city, but with a slightly slower pace of life than you find in the capital. The cost of living in Porto is marginally less than in Lisbon, but it does depend on which neighborhood you opt for, and those happy to live away from the center in one of the outer suburbs or towns in the Porto area. Furthermore, there's a large expat presence already living in Porto. But as the job opportunities continue to grow, so do the need for other European professionals.